Story of Frostfen Cross. They say the wind in Frostfen Cross remembers every secret it ever carried. It howls through the skeletal birches and sweeps over the frozen bog, whispering names no one has spoken in years. When Elora stepped off the cracked stone bridge that led into the village, the wind seemed to murmur hers to Elora. Elora, as if it had been waiting. The cross was a half-forgotten settlement, where the snow never melted and the lamps burned with a pale, trembling light. Elora had come seeking her brother, Dane, who vanished a season ago while tracking a strange frost that spread from the bog to the mountain pass. She carried his old compass, the needle of which spun aimlessly since the day he disappeared. The innkeeper, an old woman named Mora, looked at her with clouded eyes. "You shouldn't stay past dusk," she warned, voice barely above a breath. "When the ice sings, keep inside and don't look out." That night, Elora did as she was told until she heard it. A low, haunting melody, thin as the wind itself, threading through the shutters. The compass in her pocket began to twitch violently. Against every instinct, she lifted the latch and stepped outside. The world glowed silver blue. The bog shimmered as though it were glass, and over it moved shapes tall, thin and radiant, their faces hidden in mist. They sang in a language older than the frost, and among them, Elora saw her brother. His eyes were clear but cold, his skin luminescent as the moonlit ice. "You shouldn't have come," he said, though his lips didn't move. The wind carried his voice straight into her mind. "The frost remembers us now." Elora reached for him, but the moment her hand brushed his, the world cracked like glass. The wind screamed, and the figures turned toward her, their voices twisting into sharp, wordless cries. She ran through snow that seemed to pull at her feet, through trees that bent inward until she burst into Mora's inn, slamming the door behind her. The next morning, the villagers found her compass frozen solid, its needle pointing toward the bog once more. Mora said Elora left before dawn, following the direction of the frost, her eyes pale as winter sky. Now, when the wind sings over Frostfen Cross, it calls to names, Elora and Dane, as though the frost has claimed another secret to keep.